Alrighty, let's open 24 packs of Magician's Force. Is that what we're on?
Yeah, Magician's Force. Yeah,
Ooh, Magical Scientist.
I got Roulette Barrel.
Bonkers card right here. Harbinger of so many FTKs, it's ridiculous. That card
Megaton
will
Magical
never get
Cannon.
unbanned. Mass Driver, that's probably never getting unbanned either. Kaiser Coliseum's probably never getting unbanned either. Rivalry of the Warlords needs to be banned. Nothing in that pack. Wave Motion Cannon is interesting, I guess.
That Dimension Jar.
That's three Wave Motion Cannons. That's four. Oh, by the way, we were talking about potentially trading stuff. I realized I pulled four copies of Book of Moon, and you said you only have one. So
Yeah,
I could trade you one of my Book of Moons so that you've got two of them. Old Vindictive Magician, that's a good one. Not getting any of the really good stuff. I'd love a Breaker the Magical Warrior. Probably the most relevant card in this set. Ooh, Spell Canceller. That's interesting.
that's very specific.
What is?
Huge Revolution.
It's not bad. It
It only activates only certain conditions. You have to have people running about, oppressed people, and united resistance on your side of the field to activate that card.
if you use I think the card's called Law of the Normal, which it's a we won't be getting that for a long time. I forget what set it's in. It's sometime in the Synchro era, I think. But yeah, there's a card called Law of the Normal that would summon all of them from the deck. One more pack, and I have gotten absolutely nothing. Can I get a breaker in this last pack? That is all I want. Is one breaker.
I got Ultimate
Damn it.
Obedient Fiend.
Nothing. Well, let's add this to the collection and see what we can do.
How the hell do you have 16 cards in your side deck? You only let me have 8.
I don't have 16. There's 15. You can have a total of 15.
You only let me have 8.
I don't know what that's about.
I got Dark Paladin. I haven't got much of shit.
I didn't get a damn thing. There's not really a lot of good stuff in this set. It is mostly just breaker.
Mm-hmm. I got me a Sonic Duck.
There's a few other good things in there, but it's mostly breaker. That's what everyone cares about. If you
Oh,
pulled
there's another
if you
Roulette
pulled
Barrel.
three Apprentice Magician, there's some crazy loop you can do with it. I forget how it works exactly, but like it's basically an instant win condition if you can pull it off. Autonomous action unit. If I what does that do? 15. Pay 15. Target a monster your opponent's graveyard. Summon it in attack position and equip with this guy. Blah blah blah.
Well, I got people running about, and I also got um oppressed people, but I don't have people or united resistance yet.
Guess you won't be using huge revolution.
I might
What
put those
is
roulette
this?
barrels in my deck.
I have never seen this card. Dark cat with white tail. Flip, return two
Ooh.
monsters on your opponent's side of the field and one monster on your side of the field to the owner's hand. Okay, so it's bounce two of your opponent's monsters and then bounce this. Okay, so, I mean, it's
I
Hain.
might put Descendal.
Dark Core is pretty good. Probably take out Needle Sealing. I think at this point I've probably outlived the usefulness of Prohibition, so I'll take that out. What else? What else? What else? God, there's nothing I want to take out. Reasoning. No reason to have that in there.
I think I'll put in Ultimate Obedient Fiend.
I don't remember what that does. Something about you can't attack if you have monsters in, if you have cards in your hand.
This card can only attack if this card is the only card on your side of the field, and if you also have no cards in your hand. The effects of effect monsters that this card destroys are negated.
It doesn't sound half bad, but like that's hard to accomplish. It being the only card on your field and in your hand. That's a thought.
Okay, Rivalry of Warlords is great. I use it in my warrior deck.
Yeah, it should have been banned ages ago.
Why? It just keeps you from using one type of monster. It
Yeah,
has
but
no other effect.
yeah, but I don't know how to explain it so that you'd understand it. You'd have just had to have been playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh in 2018. Like there was a card
Well, I
called
get it. I get it. Everybody's decks have multiple cards, and nobody went with a standard type of deck like I did, like I do,
no
which means it just fucked people over.
like archetypes like Gravekeepers or Gladiator Beasts or Lightsworns or whatever. Most of those, well, Lightsworns not really, but stuff like Gladiator Beasts, all of them are Beast Warriors,
Mm-hmm.
which means Rivalry of the Warlords just destroys it. Like you can't play because you can only have one monster on the field.
One type of monster.
You can only have one of, well, no, is it?
Rivalry of the
Uh,
Warlords, you can only have one type of monster on your side of the field at any given time.
what?
Any other face-up monsters on your field are on either side of the field are sent to graveyard.
Yeah,
Which means with my warrior deck, I can only summon warriors. Somebody who plays a multi-deck like it's what we're doing right now, it would just destroy their entire flow. So
I,
that means you could have, if you summon Witch of the Black Forest, you couldn't summon Sungin because Sungin's a fiend.
yeah. Like what I'm getting at is there's another card called There Can Be Only One, which its effect is you can only have one of any type of monster on the field. So when you combine Rivalry and There Can Be Only One together, it basically means your opponent can only have one monster on the field if they're playing a deck that's all the same type. And that is just really degenerate. And it's the same thing with Gozen Match. Gozen Match is the same thing as Rivalry, except it's with attributes instead of monster types.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you're playing Fire Fists, all of your monsters are fire. And combine goes and match with there can be only one, then you can only have one monster on the field. It's really degenerate, and there's an argument to be made that that means there can be only one is what needs to be banned, and I would agree with that. But I would say that in again, like you would have to play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh to really get what I'm talking about.
I understand what you're talking about, but I
But
wasn't talking about the other card. I was just talking about Rivalry of the Warlords.
yeah, but like in modern Yu-Gi-Oh, in modern competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, all three of those cards, Rivalry of the Warlords, Goes in Match, and There Can Be Only One, all three of them should be banned because they're just they promote a really unfun type of gameplay, and it's really not fun to play against. It,
Well, competitive Yu-Gi-Oh is not fun to play with anyway,
you got a point. A lot of the time,
because
a
because
lot of the
because
times it's really
you
not.
basically, I do my turn, and then you wait for your opponent to act to empty their deck. I'm like, dude, play. This isn't playing. This is me watching you do something for 10 minutes and then killing me. That's not fun.
I, quite often, you are very right.
And
It
that's
does
not
come
fun at
down to that a
all.
lot.
And that's why I like all that kind of people doing all that bullshit and get all this stuff on the field. Then you use torrential tribute. So now most of their deck is in the graveyard and it's past their main phase, so they can't keep doing things. And now it's your turn again. I love messing with doing with people like that. You can't use torrential tribute. Fuck you. Your deck is destroyed by one card. Oh my gosh, and you have no backup.
Torrential Tribute was banned for a little while, actually, and it was limited for a long time. You could only have
Mm-hmm.
one of them for a bunch of years.
And I don't like competitive Yu-Gi-Oh because it's bullshit now. It's just all bull. It's not fun.
I really wish I could argue with you on that.
I mean, I play with buddies at work. I've got a bunch of people at work that I've got them into playing Yu-Gi-Oh, and we don't use pendulum monsters
Well,
or
Pendulum Monsters don't
foils.
really come into the competitive scene very often anyway. Like, Konami has done a really good job with making Pendulums so overpowered that they're afraid to make new ones that are actually good. So the older Pendulum decks that were good just aren't good anymore because they can't really compete with newer decks, and they've banned a lot of the really overpowered cards.
Mm-hmm.
So Pendulum Monsters just generally kind of can't compete right now, barring some sort of crazy ban list that releases a lot of it, or they just release some new cards that are really crazy.
Right.
But outside of that, there's just nothing Pendulums can really do
I
right
mean,
now.
we duel with XYZ monsters. We'll use XYZ monsters and tuner monsters and stuff like that. We just won't do anything very, like I don't even know how fucking pendulums work.
A lot of
I
people
couldn't figure
don't.
that out.
They're
A lot,
not horribly
and a guy
complicated.
had to, but you got to know how to do it first for it to not become complicated. You got to understand it.
Yeah, they're not horribly complicated, but they're not very intuitive either.
A guy who was telling me how to do it said, "Oh, you got to have this a pendulum monster over here, and then put another one on the other side of your field, which turns it into a special summoning zone. But there has to be special conditions and blah 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 blah." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Whoa!"
it
I'm like,
is a
wait,
lot.
slow down." I was like, wait, slow down a little bit. You lost me a couple of steps back. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not into the pendulums, but my decks wouldn't.
I don't blame you. I
My
don't
decks
like them either,
typically.
honestly.
I mean, we could duel if you ever get up here, and we could actually duel in real life. I mean, my decks have gotten better. I've actually revamped my dragon deck and my tunes and my warriors. My rock deck is still my favorite because, as you know, send it back to your hand.
Hmm.
I summon this 10-star monster. Great. I stop you from attacking, and then I send it back to your hand.
Yeah, that's generally what rocks do. Wave motion cannon. Do I want to play that?
You'd have to keep it on the field long enough.
Yeah, but how much spell and trap removal do we really have?
That's true.
I mean, Raigeki break, and neither of us pulled Mystical Space Typhoon. We'll get Twister in Flaming Eternity, I think. Uh, I think Flaming Eternity also has Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. But yeah, like, other than that, I don't think we really have any back row removal. Like, what is it? Nobleman of Extermination? That only hits face downs, don't it?
I think so, yeah. You'd need Nobleman of Cross Out for face up.
Nobleman of Crossout hits monsters. Well, I think I'm done with the deck editing.